Alright, we're getting started. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna share that we're going live on my Discord server. That's a reminder that those on Twitch can join my Discord server by using the command !Discord for the link to that. It is a small server where we share art, we share photos. It's just it's a chill little place you can join. Probably need to make it a little more accessible for people on YouTube and TikTok. But if you're on TikTok, you can go to my card. I believe my card is linked somewhere in my info. And my Discord server is linked in my card. So let's see. I'm gonna copy the video URL here. Alright, here we go. Stream Watcher. Yes, we're going live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Right, got that posted. I'll share it in a couple other places, and then we will be drawing today. And I guess I'll share it here as well. Alright, yeah, I think that's good. Let me get to the drawing. A little scattered today, but we'll make it work. The music playing, maybe make it a little louder. Hope it's not too loud on y'all's end. If the music is too loud, please let me know. Because I don't do like a test beforehand. I just kind of let the settings stay what they were at before. And that means it's very possible that the music doesn't sound right. But yeah, today we're working on a commission, the commission that I was working on a couple days ago. This commission is a really fun drawing of some characters stacked on top of each other, sinking into quicksand. And I'm on the line art stage of it. So you can't really see it on your screen. But I do have a reference on the left side of my screen, so that if there's nothing on that side, that's because I'm looking at the reference there. Maybe I should make it so y'all can see the reference, but I don't know. It didn't seem like a big deal to me. But if anybody wants me to change that, I can. Anyways, ad is in progress right now, so I won't say too much right now because some people are just watching an ad. I did increase how many ads are on the stream, unfortunately, because I do want to get some revenue from the streams this summer, so thank you to people who are sitting through the ad on Twitch, that is, because I don't think it's the same on... I don't know about YouTube, and I don't know about TikTok, but there's ads on Twitch. And I'm like an affiliate on Twitch, so I guess that's different than whatever the setup is on Discord. Not Discord, but the other platforms. Okay, where were we with this? We were working on... So we got the arms done, we got the hair done. Oh yes, I was on this scrunched area here, this fabric, because there was another... Let me pull up this reference. I was zoomed into the reference. Let me zoom into that. I know y'all can't see it, but zooming into the reference. Yes, see, we see we got some ropes. So up here we have a rope that is connecting these two like little amulet things. The magical amulet. And we need to add ropes to this area. And now that's going to cover up some of my line art I've already done. But I did that kind of quickly, so it should be fine. As you can see with this rope, I kind of went ham on just the line weight. See something I'm gonna change there. Let me find this layer. My layers aren't always labeled, so it's kind of frustrating to find them sometimes. But there's a couple of places I would like to fill in here. Not super noticeable, but just getting those little details. I tend to be a perfectionist when it comes to commissions, especially commissions of this cost, because this is a pretty big commission. And when I see a big art piece, I think, oh, this is going to be a portfolio piece for me. I want it to be as good as possible. I want this to show that I'm growing as an artist. Especially since I haven't really made any big pieces since, like, 2020, or big digital pieces, at least. I've made some traditional art pieces since 2021, but I haven't really made many digital pieces. And the digital pieces, that's where I really become a perfectionist, because you can get down to the pixel with this stuff, and it is... That's why I'm calling this stream Getting Lost in the Sauce, because I am getting lost in the sauce. Yeah, this layer here. Right here, okay. And I did do those on the same layer, and this on a layer above it. So I'm going to turn down the opacity of the amulets and the fabric below it. And then I'm going to go on this rope layer and draw those ropes in. Welcome to the stream. I am working on a commission right now. Here's the full commission so far. Here's it's some characters stacked on top of each other. I'm in the line art stage, so I am working on drawing some more of these ropes here. Let's see, we have a rope here, and we're adding more ropes to this section here. They're gonna go about like this. It's about what they're gonna look like, except much fancier than that. Oop, bonked my pop filter. And I want to make them in the same kind of style as this, with the line work being very interesting, a bit intricate, but I think it looks really good. I think it adds a lot of character to the piece. My favorite thing to do with line art is to mess around with line art. Line art used to be my least favorite part of the drawing process. Like, I think there's something, I know a lot of artists who are like, oh, my sketch was so good, and then I added the line art and it looks so bad now. I'm like, I know what that's like. I totally relate to that. So I've made it kind of my goal to, like, make the line art something I like something that really brings the picture more to life than just simply copying the lines that I drew as a sketch. So I really go all in with the line art now, and it is incredibly time consuming, but I think it's worth it. So first I'm just going to draw like a basic outline that it looks like it's a little bit longer. It goes over this. So let's see, I have my smoothing at 26. That's fine. Oh, that looks okay. I know me draw and redraw stuff. It's just part of the process. I know some people will be like, oh, why don't you just use like vector lines? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little old school with it. I just draw using, what is it? What is the opposite of vector? Raster? Bitmap? I don't remember the words. I feel like I'm such a fake artist, fake digital artist. I've done vector art before, but like I only do that in like Illustrator. And that's like for stuff that gets printed really big. This is not going to be printed, I don't think. But I am making it pretty big, like, because the view at 100%, this is 100%. It's a pretty big piece. I actually made the size 150% larger than the sketch, because the sketch I did lower quality. Because I just wanted to get the ideas down. But once you work on the final piece, you're like, ah, yeah, I want to have more detail. So I made the picture bigger. Okay, that one, I think... It's gonna get covered up by his little horn thing. I'm gonna get a full look at this. Yeah, the one on the right needs to be made longer. Today's stream won't be super long. I think I'll probably go for a couple hours. But, yeah, I'm trying to do shorter, more frequent streams. I used to do pretty long streams, but I get kind of tired quickly. If anyone is new to the stream, feel free to tell me where you found me. Since I am streaming to multiple platforms, I'm always curious how people find me. Like, I had somebody yesterday who was in the Twitch chat, but they said they found me through YouTube, which was interesting, because I don't think many people have found me through YouTube. That seems like the most organic way you could find me. I've made videos and such. If you haven't seen some of my videos, you can go to Bickaby on Twitch, or hit my pop filter again. You can go to Bickaby on either TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, and I have some videos there. Some of them are educational, some of them are art related, but they're all, I put a lot of work into them. They're a lot of fun. I haven't made a whole bunch of videos, but I did have a school project where I made like 7 videos. So I have a good amount, you know, maybe like a solid 20 minutes of videos, because they're all short form. You should go watch Bebelicious, because that's I hesitate to call it my magnum opus, but I did put a lot of time into it. I'm just not happy with this line. And yeah, I'm drawing the rope a little bit thicker than it looks like in the reference, because I just want to. It's just my style, you know? And also because if I made it longer, it just wouldn't really be visible in the picture, and it would get in the way of the... It would be under the Sir Jamwick is the name of the character down here. It would be under Sir Jamwick, and I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw those rope lines. And when I draw those rope lines, they're just going to kind of be the idea of where these ropes are going to be. Let me make sure this thickness is the same as this thickness. So that looks pretty much the same. Maybe a little thicker. No, it looks pretty much the same. We'll go with that. And I'm going to draw the rope lines. Hey, thanks for following! Thank you for the like on the live. Love to have new people join in the hive. So, right now I'm drawing the rope lines, and they don't have to be super, like... They don't have to be super exact, because I am going to go in and change some things. But they gotta be generally where they're at, because then that'll tell me where to put these, like, these little line with spiky things on the edge. That's going to show me where I need to put them. Now, I also gotta like what it looks like, so let me back up and look at it. I don't know if it's, like, quite as curved as I want it to be, so I might redo it. Sometimes you just want to make it look good, and you gotta redo it until it looks good. That's okay. I don't mind taking time on this commission. I want it to come out really nice. I do think in the future I'm going to be reopening dollar per minute commissions. Now, my dollar per minute commissions, I did a stream of those a few years ago, and basically what I would do, you would pay a dollar amount, let's say starting at like, I don't know, $1 minimum. That is pretty much the lowest I could do. Let's say you pay me $1, or let's say you pay me $20, because that's a more reasonable amount of time. Then I will draw a sketch. I will not time myself during the sketch, but then I will draw for 20 minutes. after the sketch, because the sketch doesn't count. But I'll spend 20 minutes on the line work and the coloring and the shading. And, you know, if there is shading, because it's only 20 minutes. And then I'll be done. That'll be my challenge. And I might go a little bit over just if I need to make some final touches. Because I want to be proud of the work. That's more important than the time limit. But I also... The goal is to have an effective, like a nice workflow. Because, you know, with a piece like this piece I'm not timing how long it takes. Maybe I should for my own reference. But I really just want it to come out really nice. Because, you know, commissioner paid a lot of money for it. Once you get to commissions of this size, it is hard for me to predict how long it would take me to complete the commission. So I prefer just like making an estimate based on my old price sheet. I don't like that. I'm redoing that. But my old price sheet, what I do is I'll take my price sheet from... I need to make a new price sheet, but my price sheet from 2021, I'll take that. I need to do that little curve. I'll take my price sheet from 2021, I'll adjust for inflation because, yeah, it's about 1.25 times the price it was in 2021. Ugh. But I will take the price sheet, you know, and I'm not really doing that with other ones. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. I'll take my price sheet from 2021, I'll adjust for inflation, I'll round to a nice number. I'll keep in mind that my skills have increased in the past few years. Gosh, it's been 5 years. Wow. Okay. I've been streaming for a while. Not consistently because I was in school for a bit, but I was streaming more consistently in 2021. This is like the first time I've streamed more consistently in a while. See, if I go straight like that, it makes it look flat. I don't want the rope to look flat, so I think I need to not worry about it looking consistent with the reference right now, and just worry about it being, because here, let me think about what I have here. I have it like this, so I really want to emphasize that roundness on the rope. Maybe I could do a little deeper like this. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I try to be very thoughtful with my lines because I feel like they're what makes sense in the drawing. Yeah, you have to, like, think about what makes sense, and that's what tells you what to do with the lines. I don't know, that's just probably me spewing nonsense, but I feel like I have to make sense with my lines, and so I'm very critical of my own lines. Not critical in a negative way, but I'm very, like, thinking to myself, while I'm drawing, I'm just constantly thinking, like, does this look right? Does this look right? I don't know if this looks right. And sometimes when you're drawing, you get so caught up in your own art, and you're just looking at it for too long. It's like the visual version of semantic satiation, which is like, semantic satiation is when you say a word so many times it loses its meaning. That can happen when you're looking at your own art. It just loses all meaning. You can't tell if it looks good or not. And sometimes you just have to call somebody else over and be like, hey, does this look okay? That's why 2 days ago when I was working on this, I like called my girlfriend over. I'm like, does this braid look right? Does this hair look right? And I'm so glad she was real with me and told me like what looked off about it, because I couldn't tell what was wrong with it. But I knew something was off, right? Hi, hey Ginger. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. We're working on the commission that I was working on a couple days ago. Right now I'm drawing some ropes. Welcome, Puppet Girl 9. Yeah, I'm working on the ropes here. I want to make them look like these ropes up here. Part of the clothing. I don't have it visible here. Maybe I'll make it visible later. But I have a reference up on the left side. Maybe I honestly probably should make it visible. Oh crap! I forgot. Oh no. Oh no! I didn't change it from the welcome screen. Oh my god. See, I knew I forgot something. Oh well. Well, at least TikTok could see, and that's what else was happening. Okay, anyways, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, now you can see it. Now you can see it. We're working on this commission. Man, I was talking for a solid few minutes there without realizing that I hadn't changed it on that screen. I totally neglected to do that. But yeah, working on this commission. This is a pretty large commission, and right now I'm in the line art stage, and I am making. I'm just kind of getting lost in the sauce with the line art. Look, we did these ropes here the other day, and now I'm working on the ropes on this lower part. This commission has 3 characters, it's pretty big, and when it comes to any big commission, I kind of see them as, you know, opportunities for portfolio pieces, and I give it my all. I really work hard for them. But yeah, the client commissioned me a while back, and now I finally have some time to work on this. OMG, do we start? I have ad. Yeah, there may be an ad. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like the right amount of ads for the stream. Still kind of figuring that out. So if it's too many ads, do let me know and I'll do fewer. I am hoping I can do more commissions in the future, and that could be most of the revenue from the stream. Let's see, ads start. It tells me that an ad is starting in 14 minutes. I guess it gives you an ad when you I tried to turn off the pre-roll ads, but it might be giving you one when you join. I know it says it'll wait 3 minutes from when stream starts to show an ad. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Twitch, so I don't really have a lot of I feel like I'm not really in the loop with how it feels to be a Twitch user, except as a creator. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping in on the stream. I'm working on this commission, and hopefully I'll make it look crispy. Yay, no more ad. So, to kind of emphasize the shape of these, I'm like cutting into the line art where the line is. Edit coming longer now. Added bingo gif. Yay, bingo. Yay, Cobblemon. Yesterday we had a Cobblemon stream. If you guys want to watch me playing Pokemon in Minecraft along with Florence and some other cool people, I stream that on Friday evenings and Wednesday midday on Wednesdays. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so it's like 11 to 1 EST. It was later yesterday, so I don't know. Midday on Wednesdays. We've been doing the Cobblemon streams, and yeah, it's a lot of fun gaming. And if you want to join the Cobblemon, if you want to get set up on that, we might be able to get you set up in maybe in my Discord server. I at least have more info about it in my Discord server. And if you want to find my Discord server, you can do ! Discord in Twitch. So that's the Discord server. It does have manual entry, so if you join now, you probably won't be let in until the end of stream, just because we don't have a whole lot of moderators. I think that one looks good. I don't know. I'm still. It doesn't look pointy enough, you know? I want it to be pointier. Yeah, I do run that little Discord server. It's a cozy little server. We have a channel specifically for traffic cones, so if you want to share some traffic cones, I will appreciate it. In my Discord bio, it says like, please tag me for bugs and traffic cones, please. I like seeing bugs and traffic cones. That's my brand. Bugs, traffic cones, and yeah, that's Bickaby for you. these lines. Alright, here's something. Well, and the lines that are intersecting with the gray lines aren't going to be visible, so I'm not as concerned about those. Yeah, let's just get the depth in it, and then we'll cut into it a little more. Okay. Welcome everybody in the TikTok chat. I hope you're having a good day. We're working on a commission right now. For anybody who is just now joining, I'm working on a pretty big commission. This is honestly the biggest commission I've ever had. Yeah, it's bigger than some of my previous ones, and all the characters are interacting, which makes it a little trickier. The sketch took me a while, so right now I'm in the line art process. I'm working on these ropes here, which I just got a view from backed up a little bit. The music is very loud, I can't hear. Okay, I'll fix that. Thank you for letting me know, Izzy. Let me see, I'll fix that. Sounds. Is this any better? Is this better? Sorry, I'm asking the TikTok people. Does this sound any better? Yes, okay, awesome. Yeah, I don't usually test it, I don't usually test it, before I run stream, because I'm streaming to like 3 different places. So, thank you for telling me it wasn't loud enough. I'm gonna curve this a little bit. I think this would be better if it just kind of curved together. I don't know. Not too much maybe, but a little bit. Because I feel like once things get close together, it's almost like when you hold your fingers up close together and they look like they merge. Because they're right beside each other. I don't know. I'm just spewing my thoughts. Thought stew. Thought soup? Soup brain. My brain is soup. But yeah, today probably won't be a super long stream. I mean, it'll be probably like a couple hours. I gotta leave at like... What time do I have to leave? Let me make a note. I gotta leave like 3:45, 4 o'clock. So just... And it's 2:15 right now, so we have some time. I'll get some progress on the comm done. Might be good to turn down something a little bit for this so I can make sharper lines. Alright, we got some lines here. Now I'm going to do some little details with them. Make them pop a little bit. This is not a D&D drawing. I'm actually not really sure what the client uses these characters for. They are, I guess, dragon characters. They're dragon characters. At least, the top 2 are dragon characters. The top 2 are sisters. It's not a D&D drawing, but speaking of D&D drawings, I do need to draw my character for a campaign. I think it's a campaign. Yeah, it is giving D&D vibes. I see where you're coming from. There. The characters. You know, let me I wonder if I could show you the references. Here, if I throw them right here, you can see them real quick. Here, let me show you the references real quick. So here's some of the references. This one here is for the pose. I don't remember what this is from, but this is what I'm using as the pose reference. And then the rest of them are character references. So this is La Lula. And I made this ref sheet back in, I guess, 2021. Yeah, I'm starting a campaign. I think it's, I can't tell, I don't know if it's a campaign or a one-shot. I feel like it's going to be more than a one-shot, just based on how the DM described it. But I'm excited for it, because I have a really cool character idea, and the character has some secrets that I hope get revealed in interesting and fun ways. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, this is a character, Lula. She's a dragon. She's the younger sister. There's another reference of her right here, as sort of a young adult. And here, I'll scoot a little to the side. But yeah, she's a cool character. And then we have Themis, who's the older sister. And she's a dragon. I've drawn them before. I drew them back in 2021. And part of why I'm putting so much work into this commission is because this is the commission that preceded it. This was my previous commission of these characters, and it's just like, I went really hard with this, and I need to go hard with the next one because it's the same client, you know? And, you know, I'm also getting paid for it, so I care about that. Some artists feel like they put more detail into their personal art. I'm the opposite. Like, I put more work into the art for other people because I want to, like, I don't know, I guess I'm showing off a little bit, but I want to, like, prove to them, like, hey, I can make something really good. I want to keep up that quality. And so all of my best pieces are pieces I've made for other people. Yeah, this commission came out really detailed. And here's Themis. Themis with the... This commission actually convinced me to change how I price my commissions. Because it took so long, and I'm like, you know, I think I need to change how I price things, because I understand, you know, some artists do, like, less charge less for multiple characters. But my thing about this drawing is the characters weren't interacting, so it was basically just two full-body drawings beside each other, and I'm like, I don't think I should be making it less expensive for that. Like, I think I should charge fully for that since they're not interacting. So that was my new rule. If they're interacting, it can still be a discount for the multiple characters. But when it comes to, like, them not interacting, I will just charge normal price for both of them. I was so nervous pricing this commission, the one I'm working on now, because it is like the biggest commission I've gotten. I'm like, are they even gonna want to pay that? And I quoted it, and they were like, yeah, he was like, yeah, here's half of it right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I forget that some furries have money. I'm not one of those furries. I'm not a furry with money. I am just... I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm still a privileged furry. Like, I'm not saying that I'm always broke. I did get to work on making my fursuit back when I was a teenager, so that's privileged, I guess. Like, so I'm not like... I'm not trying to discount the things that I do have, because I am privileged in the way that I've been able to pursue my art career in some way. Not so much lately, but enough where I get to continue to develop my skills, and I'm thankful for that. It makes me happy that I get to work on these things. But yeah, I'm probably going to be opening commissions. My commissions are technically open right now, but I can't give a time frame for when they will be completed, because I do not know when I am finishing this commission. and it is taking priority right now. But I do think I will be opening commissions within the next few weeks for more commissions. Probably going to do the $1 per minute commissions, which are a lot of fun. But I will also keep I'll have 2 different price sheets. Do I have prices anywhere? I need to update my price sheet. My prices need to be, like, right now, how I price... The $1 per minute commissions are pay what you want. So I'll probably start those at, like... I don't know. I'm tempted to just say $1 minimum, because I can draw something for $1. I can draw something very quickly. But the $1 per minute commissions, basically, I do the sketch not timed, and then the line art, coloring, shading is all done within the amount of dollars that you give me. So if you give me $20, I spend 20 minutes. And those are pay what you want. Usually I do traditional, but I think I could do digital for that too. I need to practice it digitally, because I'm mostly used to doing it traditional art-wise. Yeah, I'm really bad with my workflow. My line art workflow is, like, really slow. So, like, with digital art, I need to practice more. So I will open the $1 per minute commissions with digital art, but I don't know. It'll be a practicing situation where I might go over time just because I'm still figuring it out. I do assume that with those $1 per minute commissions, they're going to be a lot rougher looking than what I'm working on now. Add jail. I'll try to wait a second. Left in the cold. It's freezing. Oh no. I'm still trying to... bees. Well, I guess they got the bees part, right? Ad? Somebody in my TikTok comment said I should be the mascot for Applebee's. And they're like, I don't even know what Applebee's is, but I assume it's bees and apples. I'll just quietly work on the details while the ads run. It says ad in progress. Once it says no more ad in progress, I will. Okay, now it says the ad is over. Is the ad over? Yippee! Freedom! But what I was gonna say is, yeah, I guess I'll introduce the 2 different commission types. I think that would keep me flexible enough to allow commissions. I can pull up my old price sheet and show you what my prices used to be for digital art. Now, the $1 per minute commissions are different. I do want to do those. But they have a completely different set of rules, and they're like on-stream drawings. The point of those is to do them on-stream. While the other commissions, they don't have to be... Yeah, my art sheet. Let me look for it real quick. I bet I could find it really quickly. Let's see, it's in my art. Okay, here we go. Is it 2021 com sheet open? So this is... No, this is not recent. This is the old one. Sorry. This is the old one. Even more old. Let's see. Will the most recent one be in May? It's one of these two. One of these two. Okay, this one I had a sale. No, this is... Okay, here's the one that I settled on. Yes. Sorry, it's expensive because of how long it takes. But this is the... So, basically take this and multiply it by 1.25, add 25%. Yeah, I have a few different art styles here. Right now we're doing a soft shaded triple full body with additional characters being plus 50%. So, but then we multiply it by 1.25. There's a lot of math. Because this is old. This is an old sheet, and I need to update it. I'll probably just take this and update it, honestly, because my art style hasn't changed that much. Some of it's more detailed. Flannery mentioned, oh yeah, Flannery's in here. That's just for Floor. Yeah, this is like these are art pieces I will try to make as good looking as possible. While the dollar per minute ones are more like, hey, you want a drawing done on stream? Here you go. It's quick. It's easy. And those would be pay what you want. So I think the pay what you want option is a good idea. But the this is the sheet for like the primo art. Like this is the luxury art price. But yeah, so this commission that I'm doing right now was 700, and that was calculated by 300 plus 150 to 600 times, I don't know. I did the math. It was about 700 based on my old prices, but this was yeah, this one. Hi Tiamara. Oh, I got that tail wagging. Yeah, I need to update this sheet. I will update it. Not gonna say changes. Here we go. But I do, I do, it really just, for whatever it is, I need to commission, and I did, yeah, it was only 700, it could have been more if the characters were, like, fully shown there, but the characters, like, for example, the character at the bottom, this is just a half body. So I basically priced it as 2 full bodies and a half body. So before inflation, it would have been I forgot my own prices. I know, this is kind of boring, but before inflation, no, that's the wrong one. Before inflation, it would have been a $300 full body plus a $150 additional full body. So that's $450 plus a half body, half of a full. So $450 plus 85. $450 plus 85. And then plus not really plus any, the background was fine. And then that times 535, because that makes that 535 times 1.25. That comes out to about 668, and then I rounded it up to 700 because of skill increase. So yeah, that's how I calculated that, to be 700, because it was 2 full bodies and a half body, and 3 characters interacting with each other. Yeah, I priced the digital art kind of high because of the time it takes me. But I also want to have the pay what you want option because it's also a stream engagement thing. I also have a reward on the stream so people can redeem art on stream. I probably should disable it until I finish this commission just because I don't want to be interrupted. But I don't know. I'm always hesitant to have that as a reward because I want to increase viewership. I think that's very important. But I also want to, I don't know. I don't want to, like, undercut myself and then only have people wanting the free art. So there's a balance there. I'm not sure if what I have now is expensive enough now that I'm going to be streaming more often. IDK. All I know is Florence has way too many cones and could get like a bajillion art right now. But Florence is like part of the stream, so yeah, silly redeems. Oh my god, I have the sock redeem where you can see what socks I'm wearing, and my girlfriend was like, "Why do you have that?" A YMCA. Wait, do you like do the YMCA dance? And we have a party. I need to think of more fun things for stream. Everyone types. Everyone types it. That's fun. You make this pointier. Pointier. Make it even pointier. Give me a nice right angle. I hung out with my chat for a while yesterday. Yay! I'm glad he enjoyed the raid and then watching you. That's awesome. It's fun to find new people to raid that are also making art. Yeah, I often can't hang around after my streams because I often have other things I'm doing. But I try to stick around for a little bit, at least to see what people are up to. The Malamute madness. Some kind of dog madness. I like saying dog. Oh, I'm dog sitting again, starting tomorrow morning. So there will be dog. That dog is a little bit barky, so we might hear some barks in the background. Yeah, the dog's name is Buckets. He's a good boy, but he's a little barky. I've sat him before. He's a sweet boy. He's part bagel. He's bagel. Bagel with cream cheese. Yeah, I normally have to go eat. Yeah, today I'm going to go pick up my girlfriend after this, and she lives 30 minutes away, so I have to go pick her up. I love how every time Magic the Gathering came up in the past 2 streams that she just kind of like, so you know, there's a piece of fabric back here, and you can see my bed a little bit and my bee butt, but over here on the other side, which you can't see, there is just a little gap, and there's the door to my room. And I can see her in my periphery when she, like, comes up, like, right beside me, and she's like, I heard Magic the Gathering mentioned. She's a little quiet, but, like, it's funny when she pops in. She's really cool. We met about a month ago, and so it's been a nice relationship so far. I love her lots. The funny card game. Yeah, she really likes the funny card game. She has a deck that has this character named Miss Bumbleflower, and like this is a Beatrix Potter character in Magic the Gathering. Okay, have a good day, Ginger. Yes, I hope you have a good weekend soon to be weekend ahead, and yeah, bye. Lawrence, do you have a badge that says NASA? NASA Artemis 2. This chat badge was awarded to Twitch users who watch NASA's Artemis 2 mission around the moon. The moon! Epic. Okay, I'm going to see what this looks like. No, I don't like this part. I want this to be more like this. Pointy, 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 pointy. So now I need to hide everything under it. I can do that. We love a good mask. So that's the same layer. Okay. So that's covered. And then we're gonna add this. Add this to remove this. For this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So right now we're just erasing the fabric folds underneath the rope. We're not erasing it, we're actually masking it, so if we ever need to bring it back, we can. We're just hiding it, basically. For anybody who's not familiar with how masking works in Photoshop, because yeah, basically we're just masking it for now, and if we ever need to bring it back or something, we can always do that. Which is why masks are so useful. I love a good mask. Let's see. Now I can bring all that back and see what it looks like. Because it might be a little too cluttered. We might have to change. Yeah, see, I noticed, yeah, there's some folds underneath it that we want to get rid of there because they clash with the rope. And see, this is why you're actually supposed... No, don't erase it. This is why you're supposed to draw the things in front before the things in back. Like I said I should do, but then I didn't do. I'm going to erase that. I'm going to make this a little more... This, I don't like that clashing. This line probably could just be non-existent. This line... could be thicker, actually. This one's bugging me too. I don't know. It's still bugging me. Okay, I think that looks better. A little save there. Get backed up a little bit and take a look at it. I like the level of detail it has. I'm not 100% happy with everything. I will edit it a little bit. Maybe I could hide... a little more here. Just clean it up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to edit the rope a little bit. I'm excited to do more pet sitting. I like pet sitting. Buckets is such a funny name for a dog too. I've had some interesting pet names from dog sitting, cat sitting too. Like I've had Shrimp. There was a cat named Shrimp. He was an old man. Old man Shrimp. And Shrimp's is bugs, so I love that. Yeah, I've had Shrimp, I've had Buckets, I had Nesbit. I miss my doggy Fezzik. Google keeps sending me memories of him. I'm like, oh, the baby. I miss the baby. He had such a big head, and he made the stream so fun with Give a Treat. Maybe I should add back the Give a Treat reward to for when I'm dog sitting. Because that would be cool. Like, when I'm dog sitting, you could give the dog a treat. Would y'all like that? I know it's not Fez, but it's, dog time. It just depends on the dog. I'll have to manually set, like, allow it every day that I have a dog. Okay, so we got that. Now, I've really been brainstorming what to do with streams lately, because this summer, I'm going to be streaming more. Because I did apply for some summer camp jobs, but none of them ended up panning out. I do have some stuff. I do have one job that's set up for the summer, but it's not going to be a lot of hours. At the Montessori, I work at a Montessori. Yeah, I think those ropes look good. Okay, I'm working a little slower now slower today because I am keeping up some conversation here. But yeah, that looks good. Let's move on to the next. Let's see. We already have a layer for that. Maybe I should work on Sir Jamwick or the cloth, or I'm waiting on the quicksand sign because I kind of want to have that as the last thing. I kind of want a version of this drawing without the quicksand sign because I think it would look good without it too. And I don't know. The sign, making the sign, I can make a sign, but it's like, it's not my I don't know. Drawing things with straight lines is not my forte, I suppose, and I would love a clean version of this drawing as well. It wasn't asked for by the commissioner or anything, but I think it would be nice to see just the characters and as the focus in a version of this. I'll do both versions. I think, what do I want to work on next? Maybe we could work on Sir Jamwick, because he's coming up as the next thing in front of everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of this line work in a folder and label it Themis, because I think that would help me. And I know it's not all Themis. Oh, I guess it mostly is Themis. It also has legs. I'll just name it Middle. I'll name it Middle. And I don't know. Maybe that's not the way to go, but I will add a layer now for Sir Jamwick. Now, let's go back and look at the thickness of the lines for Themis's face, so we keep it consistent. So this is clearly too thin. Gosh, I really love how this face came out, actually. I'm glad I made the canvas bigger, because if the canvas were smaller, I wouldn't have been able to have this level of detail. This looks pretty close to what we were working with, so I'm going to use that. I don't actually keep up with what size my line art is, because I just use a little, my sad broken tablet has a little, slidey thing here, so I can choose how big my, my brush is, and I don't like, what's it called? I don't know, I don't pay attention to what size my brush is at, but I do adjust it accordingly. Yeah, so let's change smoothing to 20, here's 26, that should be fine. When I draw faces, I generally start with the eyes, because I feel like that's what the eyes are drawn to, is the eyes. Now the sketch isn't super detailed. Probably do that. I'll do a little bit of the... I've been calling it scalloping when you add a curve into the line art like that. I don't know if that's what I should be calling it, but it's nice to have a word for whatever this technique is. He looks very concerned, so we're definitely gonna want to push that expression. Now, I felt conflicted about Sir Jamwick's expression this entire commission. Not because there's anything wrong with him being scared. Oh! Hey, thank you for the follow, Eradicator35. Welcome to the Beehive. I hope you enjoy your time with the Hive. If you were looking, or if you're just joining, we are working on a commission right now of 3 characters stacked on top of each other. We're working on the face of the character Sir Jamwick right now, which is a fun name, Sir Jamwick. But I also have done Themis. Themis is the middle character, and later we will do Lalula, who is on top, looking very chill. They get more distressed the further down they go into the quicksand. But yeah, right now we're working on the eye, the line art for the eye of Sir Jamwick, and I'm going to be playing around with it. Line art becomes fun for me when I get to experiment, so that's important to me. And I'm never afraid to, like, add lines that aren't present in the sketch, because the sketch is just, like, a starting point, you know? You shouldn't feel bound by the sketch, in a way. Especially when line art has a different set of, like, vibes. I don't know. Like, it's, line art has strengths and weaknesses that sketches don't have. So when you're drawing with your line art, play into what the line art does. It's sort of like when you're using a certain medium or material in traditional art, how that can affect your drawing. Like, your interaction with the material is novel in a sense. Like, you know, line art doesn't do what sketching does. Sketching doesn't do what line art does. It's a different vibe. It's, you know, like if you were drawing with a crayon, you're not gonna, like, try to do exactly what you would do with a colored pencil or a marker with a crayon. A crayon demands a different approach, and if you try to play to the strengths of each material that you work with, it's a lot more fun. It's like what's it called? It's a encounter. It's an encounter. Encountering the material is really nice, and I think artists sometimes take that for granted. They think, oh, you know, the material doesn't matter. What matters is the artist. And I think the material does matter. I think the material should be respected as, like, an important part of the artistic process, not as, like, a and that totally forgot to mention the thing about Sir Jamwick, but I think the encounter of the material and the artist is, like, kind of beautiful and really fun to, like, let loose. So that's sort of what I have been thinking about and I learned this during my graduate program when I learned about material encounters. It just kind of changed how I look at art in a way. Like, when I took this arts course, this art, like, it's about teaching arts, because I'm a teacher. So this was like a course where we learned about material encounters, and I just thought it was a beautiful concept. To think of art as an experience between the human and the non-human. And that's really prompted me to really explore the mediums a lot differently. Because recently, I've gotten into... I run an art club in real life. Inactivity detected. That's strange. Did I freeze on my TikTok? 1 second. It says that my live feed... It's making me do a captcha. And it's not letting me do the captcha. It is so funky. But I will say one thing with the with Sir Jamwick in this picture. It's not working. I have to close TikTok and reopen it. Yeah, it's not letting me verify. Yeah, it's not letting me verify.
Q K A T H Q K.
Sorry about this.
T H.
It's not working.
A B S I O.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, it was making me do a captcha for the TikTok live. Oh, it says inactivity. I'm not inactive, but okay. Anyways, I think I fixed that. So if anybody's on TikTok and sees this working, please let me know if it's working. That would be awesome. Yeah, okay, so I was talking about material encounters, but I'm just going to go back to what I was saying about Sir Jamwick. I've been conflicted about this expression the entire commission, because I genuinely, like, him looking off to the side and screaming. That's what the commissioner requested, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I almost feel like it would be more, like, I feel like it would kind of make more sense if he was looking down at the quicksand, like, looking at his impending doom, like... I don't know. That's a little exaggerated, but maybe more like... Maybe a little bit. bigger than that. I almost feel like that would make more sense. I think I'm gonna make the... I don't know, maybe it does look better with the other one. IDK, worth playing around with, but I'll stick with what the commissioner requested. It's nothing that bugs me too much. I think I am gonna make this more... Yeah, that looks okay. I gotta add those worry lines. I love playing around with the expressions and adding like little angular pieces to the expressions. Here, we'll add... So this is gonna be... a little bridge of the nose, bridge of the muzzle. This is looking more like it should be, like this. Because there's another line really close to it. Alright, we'll add... these lines here. Now I got some lines there. I'm gonna take another sip of my coffee. Today's coffee is a mocha with abhorrent amounts of creamer. I have a reason for my creamer though. Like I only drink it with a lot of creamer, and not liquid creamer, but powdered creamer. So it's not like high in sugar. It's just high in, like, I don't know, fat. I guess creamer is mostly fat, but a lot of calories. But I do use a lot of creamer because if I drink black coffee, the flavor is too strong and it'll give me a migraine. So that's my reasoning for large amounts of creamer. I seem to be sensitive to very strong flavors, so like black coffee. I also am sensitive to strong garlic flavor. That can be a bit difficult for me. That can give me a migraine. It's to the point with the garlic, and sometimes with spicy food too, and sometimes with fake sugars. Those are like my 4 things that can give me a migraine. But the what I'll do is I'll carry mouthwash around with me, and that helps me prevent the pain. It's a nice little hack, just bringing mouthwash with me. It's like, why do you have mouthwash with you? Like, oh, it's my migraine preventative. I wash my mouth out after I drink something or taste something very strong that I think it's the flavor like lingering in my mouth that causes the reaction. So it's interesting. I've had the chronic migraines for about, oh gosh, when did they start? I started in I guess it's been 8 years now since my migraine started. Wow, that's a long time. That's a good portion of my life. Because I'm 25. But yeah, they've been around since 2018, yeah. So yeah, it's been 8 years since the migraine started, and they used to be pretty debilitating. Like back in... I started having chronic migraines in 2018 while I was in high school. And they're a lot more manageable now, because last year I got a sleep study done, and I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. I started using a CPAP machine, and I immediately saw improvement in not only my sleep quality, but also in the migraines, because what would happen is I would wake up with the migraines, and it turns out I was just waking up from getting poor sleep, and I would just feel really bad, and that was what was causing the migraines for the most part. I still have some other triggers outside of sleep, but now that I get better sleep with a CPAP, I'm in a much better place than I used to be. I can actually do work and be productive. I'm not quite in a place where I can work full-time. My body still sometimes fights me into some degree. But I do as much as I can. And I'm working very hard, and yeah, I do work that I enjoy too. And I'm glad that I made it through my graduate program, that I have my master's now and I don't have to worry about that. Now I just have to worry about the debt. Yay, student debt! But I'm on income-based repayment, so it'll be based on how much money I make. So the hope is to make some money and then pay a little bit. I actually want to do public service loan forgiveness. I know this is incredibly boring, but since I'm in education, I would love to do public service loan forgiveness and pay off my loans with my service. That would be nice. And I don't know, maybe it's different for other countries. This is just for the United States, because they give us massive amounts of student debt, so... See, they told me as a kid, like, oh, your grades are good enough, you can go to any college you want. And then, but they didn't tell you, oh, but you won't be able to afford, like, any of them. So yeah, that was a little... That was tricky. See how this looks. This is... It's interesting, but I don't think it's there yet. We could do some smaller lines. We can make them less thick. Let's see what we can do here. So we got something started here, but it's not what it needs to look like for sure. I'm gonna make the sketch a little thicker, higher opacity. So I think we need to not do so much with the, yeah, let's get those curves in there. We can curve this. That looks okay. I'm still trying to understand how TikTok works. So it looks like we've gotten 46 views from TikTok, but we have 0 viewers on TikTok. So that's not just not trying to get people to join on TikTok, but I'm just saying I'm trying to understand what the analytics mean. So I think people stay for shorter periods of time on TikTok because it is a mobile app. So I think that makes sense. Twitch is for the real ones who are wanting to watch the stream for longer periods of time and want the stream rewards. Honestly, Twitch is more fun, but it's also like the, you know, not on your phone option so much. You can use Twitch on your phone, but who does that? Me, I do that. Alright. I want to bring back the Stepmania streams. I still have a space to play Stepmania, but to do the Stepmania streams comfortably, I think I would need to buy another webcam. And I would have to do it on my laptop. I would stream from my laptop, because I'm not moving this desktop into the common area. That would just be too much work. So I would have to clean up my laptop a little bit and then stream from my laptop. But I think a Stepmania stream would be fun. I want to get back into the habit of playing Stepmania more often because it's good exercise. And I do enjoy it, and I also have to justify buying that dance mat. I continue to be like, oh, I gotta justify paying so much money for that dance mat. That was probably my most not regrettable purchase, but like questionable purchase. Like, hey, should I have bought that? The shipping was kind of crazy on it. Like, it was coming from like Poland or something. It was kind of ridiculous. Wow, that line came out really nice. This song makes me think of my love friend Mako. Shout out to queer platonic love friends. I love Haley Labs. Okay, I want an opinion though. Wait, let me check how many people are watching first before I start asking for opinions. Let's see. Do we have any Twitch viewers? Because this is what matters here. I only have one viewer. I'll ask it another time. But what I'm basically thinking of doing is a monthly whatchamacallit, a monthly podcast type stream that's about Haley Labs, called Haley Blabs, because I think that's a clever name, because we're blabbing about Haley Labs, where I have guest collaborators on. They could be people who are in the fandom, people who have just listened to it and are giving their first impressions. It could be people who have headcanons. It could be people with music experience, or people who have art experience. And what I would like to do is hold like a type of a podcast style, not a podcast because there will be visuals, but a podcast style stream once per month, where I talk to multiple people in like a collaborative conversation about, like, I interview them almost, low-key interview, but it's still an interview, where we talk about the one musical release at a time from Haley Labs, or yeah, mostly Haley Labs. Like, we could do an older piece too, an older one like from the Lapfox era or the Vault 5 era. But we will talk about a musical release once per month. Have a nice, fun conversation. It'll be recorded. We could upload it even. We could upload it later, and so people could watch it later too. But I think it'd be a really fun project, and I think M would be okay with it. It's really just a fan project. I think it would be a fun way to engage with the fandom of, you know, my favorite musician. I mean, that's the music we're listening to right now, and oftentimes I am listening to Haley Labs on the streams. If it's not Haley Labs, it's usually Patricia Taxon, because both of those musicians are okay with their music being played on stream. That's not true for every musician, and some musicians are under record labels where they can't do that. So I'm very cautious with other musicians I listen to. Like, I listen to a lot of Montreal, and then a bunch of other stuff that's just not any specific artist, just a bunch of different musicians. And my issue is some of these are more popular, some of these are at more traditional record labels. And I don't think that I could get away streaming that music. Because if you stream something copyrighted, it isn't an automatic deletion of your Twitch stream or anything. But the clips get muted. And I've had clips get muted at times where I'm like, oh, I didn't want that clip muted. That was, sorry, hit the pop filter. I didn't want that clip muted. I wanted to clip that, and I wanted for people to be able to see it. So if your streams are only ever for here and now, I get it, and it's probably fine. Or if you're just not super concerned about copyright, I get it. But for me, it's just a hassle to play music that isn't stream safe. So that's why I listen to a lot of Haley Labs and Patricia Taxon while I'm on stream, because I know that it won't get muted. And yeah. So that's why I listen to a lot of Haley Labs. Also, I just like Haley Labs. Haley Labs is my favorite musician. I can tell you about a beautiful memory I have from 2021. So this was 2021. I was turning 21. I was turning 21 August 1st, and I had my first flight ever, and me and my mom were going on a trip to Milwaukee. I was doing the flight alone, but I was meeting up with my mom in Milwaukee, and it was just an exciting trip. but that is the exact day that the album More Adventures came out. More Adventures, The Forever Field Trip, which we're not listening to right now. We're listening to the predecessor of that album. But I basically was like, I'm gonna miss the album stream, because the album was gonna be streamed when it was released, and they were going to play it live on stream and get, you know, comments and stuff. And I was like, oh, that sounds so awesome, I wish I could be a part of it. But I've been in the creator of Haley Labs. I've been in their Discord server for, at that point, it had been about a year, and I was a pretty active person in their community. But at the time I was like, I'm gonna miss the album stream. I wish I could listen to it on my flight, because it's a nice 1 hour flight. Don't have anything to listen to. I'm like, wouldn't it be so cool if I could listen to the album on my flight? Because that's exactly when the stream is. I'm gonna miss it. And I said that in their Discord server, just said it. Why not say it? And then I got a DM, and it was from M themselves, and they gave me the gave me the album before it came out, so I got to listen like a day early, and I got to listen to it on my flight, which was so awesome, and it's such a wonderful memory. Hi Willix Original, welcome to the stream. We're working on a commission for a client who wanted their characters drawn stacked on top of each other. Oh, Willix? Okay. Nice to meet you, Willix. Or, is that how I pronounce it, by the way? Willix? Kind of like Helix. But yeah, working on a commission. And this is, characters stacked on top of each other, sinking into quicksand. I'm working on the face of this character down here, whose name is Sir Jamwick. I'm just kind of playing around lines. Hi William, welcome to the stream. This is okay, but I'm not content with all the lines here. I feel like it's almost a little too much. Yes, I am old follower. You know me as. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you. How are you doing? Does that look better? I feel like it's less exaggerated. Let me turn off the sketch. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. I kind of liked it before. Maybe I just need to accent it right here. Do more scalloping. I call it scalloping. I don't know if that's the right word for it. These little angular cutting curves into the line art. I call that scalloping. And because you know when there's like a shell that's like this? That's a scallop, I think. It's a scallop. So, and then there's like scallop potatoes, which are like circular potato slices. So that curved shape is why I'm calling it scalloping. The technique. And I feel like I'm gonna have to play with these lines a little bit before I find something I'm happy with. If I can make the inner silhouette look correct, then maybe I can play around with the outer lines. Let's see, what does that line look like in the sketch? It's a little more curved. Let's try to make it more curved. Let's see. Yeah, it's, I'm getting back into streaming consistently now, so it's been a while since I have streamed multiple times a week. For a while, I've just been streaming on Friday nights with Cobblemon, so if you ever want to watch me play Pokemon in Minecraft, we stream that on Friday nights and midday on Wednesday. So those are the times for that. I I think this is getting there. But yeah, I'm also doing art streams right now. I'm working on this commission, and I plan to open up commissions in the near future. And I'm also considering doing a monthly podcast type stream where I talk about Haley Labs, but that hasn't gotten off the ground yet. That's something I'm still like thinking about. I think it would be a wonderful way to get involved with the community of my favorite artist. But I have not gotten the wheels off the ground per se. It's in the idea stage, and you know, I do have some experience in journalism, so I think I'm completely qualified to do it, and I've been in the fandom for a really long time, so I do think I would be a good fit for it. Though I think it might be better as a team activity. Like, I don't know. I feel like I do want collaborators in that project, but I do not know, who I'm going to include yet. I'm also a little scared to like ask around on the Reddit server because it is a Reddit server and it's chaotic. And until like a couple of years ago, they had a rule that until a couple of years ago, they didn't have a rule for what age you had to be to join the server. So it was kind of full of teenagers, and you can feel it. Like the culture of that server is a lot different than the culture of like the Patreon server, because the Patreon server kind of self-selects. You know, you don't get trolls because what a troll's gonna pay like $4 to troll? Like no, nobody's gonna pay $4 just to troll and leave, like get banned. So that server is a lot more heavily moderated, a lot more cleanly managed, and a lot more mature. The Patreon server, that is. And it is my favorite Discord server. So I like it a lot, and I've been part of that community for a while. But I think I would need to reach out to people more than just people in that server. I think I should reach out to people in the Reddit server as well to get some other voices. And I want a lot of voices in this project. I think the essence of this project is collaboration and, you know, collaborative headcanon, because I want people to be creative when talking about their favorite music, art, stuff that inspires them, because it inspires me too, and I want to hear all the different perspectives. So there's something in it for me just to hear what people think. Okay, I'm gonna mess around. I see what this line is messed up. I need to change that line. This line right here, the one that looks kind of like a bone or a bow tie. I'm gonna erase some of that line. I'm gonna turn it into like a different line. Let's do like almost like a check mark shape. It's a messed up check mark, but it's still a check mark. We'll do a check mark shape for that. But I also want to make it somewhat consistent with the line over here, so let's play around with that a little bit. Okay, that's starting to look better, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a bit of a perfectionist with this. So I really want some of these lines to look more like lines and be less chunky. I listen to this track, Therioside. I listen to it a lot when I am running. I need to get back into running, but it's just like, it's like 2 minutes long, and it's like, run for the entire track, and do your best. don't know if I'm feeling the eyelash type things. It almost feels like he would be more shocked looking without the eyelashes. Because the eyelashes kind of give this impression of like the eyes being half closed. I don't want that impression. And I want the eyes to look wide open, you know? Wide open. I may move on to the teeth, because I feel like I need to see what it looks like with the mouth before I can really make a good decision for the rest of the face. Okay, so I'm gonna darken this lip section here. I'm gonna darken it, and then I'm going to start with the teeth, and then I'm gonna cut into the dark lip to make the teeth pop out a little bit more. And I'll see the gums a little bit, so it'll be a bit of defining the gums and then also defining the teeth at the same time. Okay, there's a start there. Also going to do it on the bottom. I'll probably be streaming for another, like, 45 minutes, and then I'll head out. Just a warning to anybody watching, if you want to stay to the end where we raid someone on Twitch, you can. This tooth a little bit, because it is a canine, kinda, sorta. I don't know. I don't follow the rules of teeth. Teeth don't need rules. It'll all just look good in the end. Don't think too hard about it. It's a fantasy character. They don't have to follow, like, teeth rules. I do think we want to add more line here. Just leave that line there for now. Let's add these teeth. Now, those are looking too chunky, I think. Let me pull this one. Yeah, let's make this one a little bit more pointing this way. We're gonna see the gum here too. Just get all those little tooth details. See what this looks like without the sketch under it. Groovy. Groovy. I don't want that to look like it is too close to the tooth. Like the line, when the lines clash, that's when I'm like, okay, let's rethink this. Kind of like when you're doing news writing and you feel like your sentence needs the Oxford comma to be clear. That's your sign that you should rewrite the entire sentence. But that's only in news writing. I don't actually have any hate for the Oxford comma. It does help with clarification in some cases. I'm pretty, I'm the kind of person who, like, in my casual writing, I will, like, make typos on purpose. So I'm not, like, crazy about grammar any day. Goated. I'm excited to see it. I bet it'll be awesome. I'm hype. Bez hype. Typos on purpose. Is that what the OMG same is about? Typos on purpose? It is, yeah, it's funny to say things wrong on purpose. Like, sometimes my little writing things, like with the some words that end with S, I will end them with Z. Like, no, not replace the S with Z, but I'll add a Z to the S, so it's SZ. I like doing that. I don't know why. Also, I like saying emoji instead of emoji. That one's silly. And when I say good afternoon, I'll also add a B at the end of that. I'll add B's to the end of words sometimes. I'll say, like, goob after noob. Goob after noob. There's probably more examples I can't think of. So with the gums, like, I'm trying to make them visible enough that you can tell his mouth is open, like, really wide, like he's freaking screaming. But I don't want it to be, like, distracting that there's gums there. So I'm kind of making them kind of, like, you know, noticeable, but not too noticeable. Lying on purpose. Teeth. Let me look at that without the sketch. I think we're getting there. I do think the face lines need to be adjusted some. I'll keep playing around with them. But let's define the jaw. Let's get the jaw set up here. It's just like the baseline for the jaw. So we got those lines up. I'll do you have to here too. Let's get like the full head around, and then we can so I will make the middle lower opacity. So we're just focusing on Sir Jamwick now. These lines will be thicker. Maybe I should use a thicker line here. Let's see, how thick is the hair fur? Let's compare it to the horns and hair for Themis. Okay, so I kind of cut into a line that's about maybe a little thinner. I think that'll be a good thickness to kind of start at. Okay, yeah. Let me look at the Sir Jamwick reference real quick. Because I haven't been looking at him. Kind of made my references teensy tiny and walked away from him. Okay. So I only have one drawing of Sir Jamwick, and here, I'll show it. This is Sir Jamwick. This is a drawing I did. Gosh, has it really been 5 years? Oh my goodness. 5 years! Oh, jeez. It just... time flies, you know? But... okay, I take a look at that. I'll move it side again. Yeah, I just wanted to look at that little ear nuggin thing to inform what I'm drawing here. Now, I can already see that this is going to clash with the rope line. I do suspect that once I do the final bit of this, once I fully render it and add. So sometimes I will add white lines in between the black, or not black, but the colored lines to add contrast between two different objects because it just clarifies a little bit. I think that's gonna happen in between the rope and Sir Jamwick's little horn ear thing. So I suspect that's gonna be there. For now, we're just gonna leave it like this. I think that will look just fine. Alright. Now you have the horn coming in here. So this horn has sort of like those little rings around it. Let's just start with one big, thick line for the horn. Actually, I lied. I'm gonna do the headline first. Because I could do the horns a whole nother layer, just based on the angle that this is at. I think I could do the horns on another layer. Yeah, I think I could do that. Add those little scallop lines. Scalloping. What the scallop? I think those came out a little too thin, but let's just get them in there and continue. Okay, this is also going to clash with the rope. But with something as detailed as the rope, I feel like I would have had to draw it all anyway to get it to look correct. So I'm not, like, regretful that I drew the whole rope, even though some of it's covered up. Oh, now I'm not sure if I want this to be a different layer than the horns. Or I don't want it to be... I don't know if I want this line to be part of that layer. Let's thicken this up a little bit and then think about it more. Let's thicken up these jaw lines a little bit. Thicken that line, add some more. This is why my line art takes ages. But, you know, quality over efficiency. I think I have a pretty good workflow, it's just my art is very detailed, and I like putting the detail in. I like when you take a drawing, and not only does it look good from a distance, like at first glance, it looks good at first glance, but then when you zoom in, there's even more cool stuff. That's what I love about it. Now, it's a little different with traditional art for me. For traditional art, I focus more on, like, texture. Like, I like when there's patterns and texture. You can do that in digital art, but I don't do it as much as, and I do love it in digital art too, from other artists, but I really love hand drawing, like, angles and stuff, but, you know, texture is cool too. I should probably play around with that some in digital art. Maybe I will for some of the rendering of this piece. IDK. I'm gonna have to figure out my workflow for the, pay what you want commissions. I do think it'd be very accessible to make them start at $1. $1 drawing. I do want to work on, like, making a rule for myself that if this... Oh, hey, Smidge. Hey, Suster Smidgeful sibling. We drawing. I'm probably gonna end in like 20 minutes, but Smidgeful sibling, yes, that's you. It's you. I have a friend named Joey, and I call him Joeyful. Have you guys seen Nifty? I haven't showed Nifty on stream. I want to show Nifty on stream. Wait. I'm doing a little diversion. I'm going to show you guys Nifty on stream. 1 second. Let me go grab Nifty. It's this thing. It's this amazing creature I found at the thrift store. Yes, it's full of joy like a kangaroo. Yeah, I showed him Nifty too. Nifty is a kangaroo, so. Okay, let's pick this up without making all the jewelry fall. Ah, my bee-butt! My bee-butt's attacking me. And so is my suitcase. This is a small apartment. Okay. This is unserious Nifty and her knickknack. And I went to the thrift store looking for something that could hold my jewelry. And this is what I found. And I found it, yeah. And this was at a secondhand store, and the person at the cash register was like, "I'm so glad you're buying this," because the person wasn't sure if they wanted to part with it or not. I'm like, OMG, I'm gonna give her such a good life. Give them such a good life. She does have some parts that need to be like sewn up, but it's not a big deal. But yeah, she's like a very unserious creature, very like hand sewn, very beautiful art piece. I just fell in love when I first saw this creature, and it was on a date. Val and I were on a date, and we came up with a name for them, and it's just awesome. Yeah. So got all my jewelry on here. Got my scrunchies here, rainbow scrunchies, my candy, my little sparkly bracelet. I got my rings on Knickknack's ears. I got some candy on Nifty's ears as well. Yeah, decked out, got that drip. That candy's actually holding up the glasses, because the glasses won't stay on easily without the candy. But yeah, very cool creature. Thought I would share that with you. With my pop tab necklace, which I need to redo. These are made of pop tabs. I found all the colors except for purple. So if you guys find a purple pop tab, please send that my way. Drink something purple today for Russell's cause. But yeah, that's nifty. Lots of gold. I'll have to make a blinged out gold. I need to figure out how to make, like, I want to, sorry, hit the pop filter again. I need to redo this. I like this, but I want it to be like where they're flat on me. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm kind of still new to like making jewelry, bracelets and stuff. I need to figure out how to do that. So I'll have to look into it. Maybe, I think I have a friend who might be able to teach me how to do it. But I want them to lay flat, and what I would love to do is make one that's like multiple pop tabs going up and down. And then it's like a triangle almost, like it's longest in the middle, and the middle would probably have a line of gold and a line of green because those are the most common colors I have, and the rest of it fills out the rainbow with the less common colors. So that's kind of what I'm imagining with redoing this necklace. But for now, it's just kind of a simple necklace where I just put them on there. But yeah, I have a big collection of pop tabs now. I need to do something with them. I think jewelry is the way to go with it because I think it's really fun. I don't know if I have the patience to do chainmail with it. But if I did do chainmail with it, you know what I would do though?
because I don't love the texture of pop tabs on my skin. I might make like a imagine like for my bee costume, my bee suit, if we added a like chainmail decoration made of the pop tabs, or it's almost like over the muzzle a little bit. That would be so cool for the Renaissance Fair, because I love the Renaissance Fair. I've only been once, but it was so fun last year. And I really want to bring my bee suit to the Renaissance Fair, because you need bees at the, bee mail. We need bees at the Renaissance Fair. But yeah, that's nifty, and my little talk about pop tabs and upcycled things. I love upcycled stuff. I continue to collect the pop tabs, really need to do something with them. I'm actually considering taking some of those pop tabs and maybe over the summer figuring out what I can do with them a little bit, and then since I'm going to be, really exciting stuff, I'm going to be an electives teacher for a local private school, a private middle grade school, and they have a makerspace. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do a costume creation class. I don't know how many classes they want me for, but I want to do an entomology class and a costume creation class. And they like my ideas, so I'm hoping I could maybe bring some of those pop tabs, and maybe those could be in the upcycled materials for the costumes. I don't know. I think it would be a cool idea because to share it, because I just have so many silver ones. Maybe I could separate out the silver ones and let them use those. Because I still collect them, even though my big box is completely full now. I need a new container to keep it in. So yeah, I like the artsy stuff. Art Club has been working on making how big of a box? I would like something preferably how big of a box? My box. It's like that big, and it's about that thick. It used to hold Haribo gummy bears, yeah, so it's like a gummy bear box. I have it in my car right now for supplies, but, yeah, I have a bunch. Yeah, I like collecting them. I don't know, something about them just tactile, like, just sticking your hands in, like, a pile of pop tabs and just dumping them somewhere, like, that sensory, I love holding those with my hands and just playing with them. It's like kinetic sand, but less messy. Sensory box, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go put Nifty back, and then I'll go back to the drawing. Nifty lost her glasses. They were just barely balanced to begin with, so no surprise there. Moon sand! There you go, Nifty, back to your spot. Moon sand. I feel like I'm sneeze. It's not happening. Nope, no sneeze. You have the bee lazy today? Maybe if I point this lamp at my face, I'll sneeze. It's not happening. Anybody else in the chat got the photic sneeze reflex? Achoo! Me. I can put some lyrics with the Pork Roll Bob, with the Meat Pork Roll Bob emotes, because there's a track, the Haley Labs track, that's like, meet me at the, and it says midpoint. You can't spell midpoint, but I just think it's funny. Meat could be meet me. Yeah. I think about that every time you post the meat emotes. Okay, so I think I want to work on... I think I see the line that's bugging me here. I think it's this one. Because the curve there kind of gets rid of the tension of it. And then this one also needs to be adjusted. So it's kind of like, you imagine it would come in like this. And then this one, meet me at Wawa. Wawa. You've wad your last Wa. Wawa privileges revoked. These last few tracks on this album are so good. And now I feel like this line doesn't... When am I gonna do another art stream? Let me look at my calendar. I think... Oh... I don't know about tomorrow, maybe... I will have done another art stream by Sunday. That's what I'll say. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't have a lot going on. I do need to go to the store at some point, and Val's gonna be here, so I might play it by ear a little bit. We are going to have a stream tomorrow, a Cobblemon stream tomorrow. That stream will be, around 5, and yeah, we'll do Cobblemon then. I don't know if I'll do a stream before that. I'm trying to do these as frequently as possible, because I really do want to get done with this commission. But yeah, it should be around, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, there will be a stream. So... Besides the Cobblemon stream. There will be a stream tomorrow, though. The next guaranteed stream is tomorrow at 5. So, see y'all then. But I'm not leaving yet. I still have, like, 10 minutes. Let's get somewhere acceptable with these lines. So I think I want to do this. Art speedrun. Yeah, this is definitely not an art speedrun. That's what the Pay What You Want commission is going to be. I'm going to start those back up again once I'm done with this commission. The Pay What You Want comms. I need to... I don't know... Those are art slow walk. Yeah, slow walk. Slow crawl. Slow crawl where you look at every single pebble and you draw every single pebble and pebbles and... I'm very curious what the 5-year-olds I work with, what their definition of a... Like, their working definition of a pebble is not my definition of a pebble. Like, a pebble to me is just a small rock. But the kids only say pebble if the rock is, like, smooth. Rock. I love teaching the kids about bugs. I think, like, one of my least favorite, No, that doesn't look right. Maybe I could do another line here. Yeah, we can do another line here. No, I don't know. I like bugs. Because I want it to look kind of scrunched. Play around with the scrunchiness of it. Yeah, I like bugs. I taught one kid the difference between... You're a fan of the scrunch? I need to find a scrunch that I like, because there's so many different ways we could scrunch it. I feel like if I do a scrunch here, then I need to do this. I need to do it on the other side too. I feel like this doesn't look like it's going the right way though. Like maybe it needs to go more like this. Like it's coming down that way. I feel like we're getting somewhere with this. I feel like we're missing the, like more of a brow line here. I think this is supposed to be the brow line, but it's not emphasized enough. Yes, this will be soft shaded. Not cell shaded. I kind of wish it was cell shaded, but it's gonna be soft shaded. I probably don't need to put this much detail in the line art, but I'm just like into it. I'm into the line art. I want to do line art right now, so I'm doing it. I probably could have gotten away with something simpler, but like, I don't know. Ref's previous commission was very detailed, and I want to keep up that level of quality. Because the last commission was the duality one with this one. Like, it was so detailed. Like, and this was cell shaded, but I feel like I want to keep up this quality, so this had a lot of spirals in it and stuff, and a lot of detail, and like, I feel like to keep that up, you know, I'm thinking this is a big piece, it should be a portfolio piece if it's that big. Yes, I love the spirals too, so I'm trying to keep that vibe going with this, which is part of why I added spirals to the hair up here. Just the little bitty spirals up in Themis's hair. I thought those made her look a little disheveled, stressed. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep up the quality. And I think I'm going to adjust my art prices. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. But I think I will adjust my commission prices soon. My old commission sheet. I like the format of it, so I'll probably keep the same commission sheet. But I will update it with my new prices, because 1, inflation. 2, I think my skills have gotten better. And I would like to keep up with that. I do think it should be a little more expensive. I know my prices are already expensive, but that's why I'm doing 2 different types. I'm doing the pay what you want commissions, and I'm doing these commissions. This is like big commissions. This is highest fidelity, highest quality commission. While the pay what you want commissions are like in the moment, on stream. You pay whatever, I do that amount of time, and it's supposed to improve my workflow and keep me focused for, you pay me $20, I spend 20 minutes on the drawing, not including the sketch, because I don't like being rushed on sketches. But I'm trying to make a rule of thumb, like, the sketch should only take, like, it shouldn't take more than the art piece itself. Maybe some exceptions for smaller pieces, because I don't know. If you're giving me a 1-minute drawing, I kind of do want the sketch to look okay. So maybe like for a 1-minute drawing, don't spend more than 5 minutes on the sketch. I don't know. The sketch shouldn't take too long considering how much your price is. I don't think it should take, for the most part, if you're starting at like 20 minutes, for anything 20 minutes or more, the sketch should not take more than like 15 minutes. It should be less than the amount you're being paid for. So technically you'd be being paid like 50 cents a minute, which is still fine. So, I think the dollar per minute thing is easy to communicate, so I like that. But I do want to up my prices for like the detailed digital commissions. I'm a lot faster with traditional, and I think I want to keep... I don't know. I'm considering the dollar per minute digital art, but I also just kind of like doing it traditionally because I do have a lot of traditional art supplies, and it's just fun. So, I don't know. I'm still thinking it out. I need to finish this commission first before I do anything. But I will be thinking about it. So if anybody has any ideas for stream in any way, shape, or form, feel free to tell me. Because I'll be streaming a lot this summer, and it's a summer stream day. It's summer stream time. I don't know how tongues work. Because his mouth is like open. Oh, well, there's the music. I think that, yeah, it's about time now. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave this as is for now and come back to it probably tomorrow with some fresh eyes. Tomorrow or Saturday. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Let's find somebody to raid. Alright. Yay, pork roll clapping. Oh, thank you for the raid message. Alright, let's see who we are raiding. Maybe there's somebody live that I'm following. Let's see. Twitch.tv. Oh yeah, there's my socials. Feel free to add me on. Oh, I need to kind of update those. The Instagram is accurate. I'm also Bigabee Creations on TikTok. I think it's wrong on my little pop-up thingy. You think you can update it? It's on Stream Elements. Yeah, I need to update some of my social stuff, but let's see. Twitch. Alright, who is live? Okay, nobody is live. Does anybody have a recommendation for who we should raid? So I don't have anybody. Could go look for someone. Oh, cool. Let's see. I'll often look up other furry channels. Let's see. Don't think you have any art people. Yeah, I think people often will want to go to another art stream after an art stream. I'm looking at other furry artists right now. Let's see. Live commissions. Let's see what the vibe is here. I'll check this vibe out. Oh, is this somebody with a skunk character? That'd be cool.
Fighting game online. It's a good online for a good fighting game. Like, just do it, please.
This person's doing commissions. Maybe we'll go for them. I'm just giving them a peep before I make us raid them.
Your partner called you out. What you mean?
Yeah, their name is Scotty Arts. Let's go for them. Why not? Why not? And if it's not the vibe, you don't have to watch them. It's fine. We all gotta try new things. Keep up that neuroplasticity. Missing parameters. Yes, raid. Yes, I did that. Thank you. Cool beans. Alright. Let's see if they allow us to raid. Alright, raid has been created. They look like they have some pretty nice art, so we'll raid them and see how it goes. Thank you guys for coming today. It's been a good stream. Yeah, I love you too, Smidge. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Have a great week. Let's raid.